It is now safe to say that Corsair has been on top of their game from the very beginning they entered the chassis market. Their more budget-conscious Carbide series has been very impressive with delivery of practically everything we need in a gaming chassis. And this new 500R is a sub $150 mid-tower that packs in a lot of features found on Corsair's more expensive Graphite and Obsidian series. So good news for all the builders, as Corsair has now reached out for those price-conscious consumers as the chassis market is becoming more and more competitive. This chassis is sort of a mix between the 400R and the Obsidian 650D, so for those who like the interior layout of the 650D with the airflow options of 400R, you have yourself this 500R. So let's dive right into it. On the top, a convenient cutout for storage, your power button, hard drive activity lights, USB 3 ports, your audio and FireWire, LED off switch along with the speed controller for the front two fans, and a reset button. The front panel has 4 5.25-inch drive bays, all with dust filters, and 2 included 120mm intake fans. The front side panel includes a meshed insert with a 200mm intake fan that can also house 2 120 or 140mm fans as well. Now taking a look at the back, a 120mm exhaust fan, I/O area of 8 ventilated PCI slots, water cooling holes, and a bottom mounted power supply with a dual removable dust filter. Speaking of dust filters, Corsair includes easily removable top cover that gives you access to the top fans. Either 120 or 140mm dual fans can be installed. And they also take into account the wiring for your fans with a little cutout to pass through all the fan cables. The backside panel has a specific dent to provide a little extra room for your cable management at the back. Also, a neat feature for your thumb screws on the side panels is Corsair has thought of a way to secure them to the side panel so you never lose them. Opening up the case, it looks practically identical to the 400R, and the only interior modification is done to the hard drive cage. Here we have a large CPU backplate opening, plenty of Corsair's rubber grommets around the motherboard tray for your cable management, and your removable hard drive cages. A feature that is both welcome and should be set as a standard for all gaming chassis. This allows for a number of benefits for the user, like installation of longer video cards and the extra airflow that would be directed towards the main components. But if in need for extra storage, no modding is required, just 4 thumb screws to secure the cage back in place. Also, each of the cages can mount an additional 120mm fan on the side to improve the overall airflow. And the toolless mounting system for the 3.5-inch drive bay is nothing new, and we really like the incorporated 2.5-inch drive mounting holes, so no need for converters or designated space just to mount your solid-state drives. Again, a feature that is extremely convenient and makes the assembly this much easier. Also, all of the optical drive bays include this toolless securing mechanism. Taking a look at the back, plenty of space for routing your cables even for beginners, and all black cables blend in with the black interior for a tidy look. Corsair also took into account the routing for your 8-pin CPU connection, as now there is no interference with the top panel. Since the case is USB 3 ready and connects through the internal 20-pin connection, Corsair provides USB 3 to USB 2 adapter for those who do not own a compatible motherboard. So finally, putting our system into the case, to no surprise, the 500R handles extremely well both for hardware and cable management. With the top hard drive cage removed, GPUs on length of 17.8 inches can be installed, otherwise 12.4 inches support for the hard drive cage in place. This is both future-proof and will handle any GPU on the market with no problem. Due to the designated dent on the side panel, cable management at the back becomes a breeze, considering this is targeted towards beginners. Now with this many airflow options, this case supports dual 240mm rad if you want to install an internal water cooling system. And with so much room, the 500R becomes a pleasure to work with. And this sort of became an expectation when dealing with Corsair chassis. They seem to get it right from the very first time and use the concept of convenience and practicality to bring competitive chassis to the market. The toolless design inside and out is how we like it, with plenty of room for cable management that cleans up nicely with all of the rubber grommets, and plenty of airflow options to keep an enthusiast setup cool with support for internal water cooling. And the best part of the 500R is its price. Being released at a retail of sub $150, bringing to the table the combination of Corsair's best features, the 500R truly deserves the damn good award. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.